there, my name is Aisha from Mae Interiors. I am reintroducing myself because I've recently moved back to the UK from after living in Gambia and designing there for the last 4 years. I am now going to be working here in London, and I just wanted to go over some of the designs that I've done in the past, some of the projects I've done in the past, and just talk over why I decided to do certain things and just reintroduce them really and explain and talk about them in a different way where I've never spoken about them on this page before. So today I'm going to be talking about Kartong. I do have some other videos where I spoke about Diamond if you want to go and watch those ones. So Kartong doesn't have an actual name yet. Kartong is an area in the Gambia actually. It's not the project name, but I've just been calling it Kartong Resort because there's not a name yet. It still hasn't been built just yet. When I took this project on, my client was like, Aisha, I want you to be there from the absolute beginning. So it's literally just land. It's still land to this day. And basically she wanted me to find contractors, architects, and all of those, you know, the right people to be able to put the whole project together, and to also make sure that I designed the building, or at least told the architect what it is that we wanted. I was quite aware of, because basically where the land is right by the River Gambia, and a big portion of it gets saturated by the water when it's the raining season. So I was thinking to myself, I wonder if we can have a building that's more on stilts, and so that, you know, when the water does flow, it's not going to affect the building in that manner. So that was what I thought potentially could be the building design, or part of the building design. I had produced some images and put them together and sent them to the architect and wanted him to kind of design something along those lines. You know, obviously they're the ones that are the experts in that area, so they know whether it's viable to be able to do that, if they can do that, also knowing whatever limitations there might be living in the Gambia, the climate, whatever, materials, etc., etc. And obviously wondering what the costs are going to be, because, you know, this is going to be a very big project. So my client also, she wanted to start off with 6 apartments first, and for it to be built so that in the future she can build continuously if she wanted to go up. So that meant that the foundation really needed to be a very safe and strong foundation that can take more buildings. So that was very important. And after speaking to my client and finding out what kind of style she liked, she quite liked Mediterranean and African. So that's the kind of style that we went for. So for the restaurant, we went more for a Mediterranean contemporary type of style. And then for the apartments, we went for a Moroccan Mediterranean kind of African style, but also with some contemporary elements to make sure that there is a flow from the restaurant to the apartments. As the apartments, they were designed in a way where there was not going to be a kitchen, so that the guests that they can basically utilize the restaurant, and also have a nice outside area, decking area to host and have different kind of activities in the future, like for using the boat and go out on the boats in the River Gambia. And also the other decking, I decided to design that in another way. I'm not going to make this too short. I will make it a 2-part just like I did with the other one, because I'll go into the design a bit more and why I decided to do certain things with the design and the style. But for today, we will just talk about the building style and everything. And as it's not been built, I don't have any actual pictures of it yet. I just have the 3D renders that I created. So that's Kartong Resort so far. And I will be back in the next part to talk more about the mood boards, the style, the design, why I chose certain tiles and all of those type of things. And also where we would be sourcing a lot of these things too. All right, thank you. Bye.